Politicians and economists are ever debating the best policies to keep our economy healthy and growing, and there, of course, are strong disagreements as to how to do that. The book, America's Fiscal Constitution, argues that a balanced federal budget is essential. It was written by Bill White. He's a former Houston mayor, former U.S. Deputy of Energy, and current Chairman of Lazard Houston, and he joins us by Skype. Welcome, sir. Now, you point out that throughout our history, there are fiscal heroes who really toe the line on deficit spending.
You bet. And it's a remarkable story that's not well understood. For 180 years, the nation only borrowed for four distinct and well understood purposes. But that consensus, that Constitution, seemed to fall apart in 2001, and it's since been in disrepair. And
you note that actually our founding fathers directed the federal government follow the sort of pay-as-you-go budgeting policy.
Right. They were worried. They were worried very seriously that the new democracy may tend to shift bills to the next generation by using debt to fund routine spending. So they developed principles and practices to prevent that from occurring. And for generations, Americans followed those practices.
I know Ronald Reagan was an advocate of, he was into deficit spending. Where did the country first start going off the rails here?
Well, you know, the interesting thing about 1981, Reagan's first year, is that the budget documents prepared by the White House and by Congress did not show large amounts of deficit spending because they assumed that inflation would continue to push people into higher and higher brackets.
Are these principles that you talk about easily embraced by all factions in both parties, do you think?
Well, you know, it used to be that conservatives believed in balanced budgets because they didn't believe that you should disguise the cost of government. If there was a new program, there ought to be new taxes to pay for it, so that the public knew what it cost. Progressives believed that we shouldn't borrow, that we should balance the budget in order to preserve a better future for the next generation, upward mobility. That's the way it was for a long period of time. And now we have both parties, for the first time in the history of the country, claiming that even at a time with record national income, the government needs to borrow, the federal government should borrow in order for the nation to grow.
Bill White, thank you so much.
Great to be with you, Bill.